Yo, it's your boy Jenna. On today's video, we have Vinland Saga Season 2, and it's finally back, guys. And yeah, the first video is called Slave. So you know it's going to be like a very wild season already with the first episode. So there's a lot to be hyped about this show, so can't wait to see what they show. First episode, it looks like they are focusing on this character called Einar. And you know, he was like kind of a normal person, I would say. He was trying to like chop wood. He wanted to become like a warrior to defend like his farm, because we found out that his farm was like raided and like it was like burned to crisp, and he didn't want that to happen again, so he wants to become like a warrior. And then he was with like his mom and sister, and they're having like a good time together. But then we get the flashback of what really happened on that night on that farm. And yeah, that place looked like it was burnt down, and the three of them, they were hiding like in a bush trying to get away from like all this chaos. And they try their best, but an arrow behind shoots the mother in the back, and she looked like she is dead. And then there's some other guys coming out of the fire, and they were like no good. They try to get like his sister, who looked very cute, and you know they're probably gonna do bad things to her, so she tries to fight back, but unfortunately she also got like stabbed on her chest and looked like she died too. Yeah, he looked very shocked, and he kind of got captured by people and basically became like a slave there. So that first like thing I'll talk about, them having like a farm again, I think that was just like an illusion for him. That didn't happen. Yeah, this was just all of his mind. He thought that they survived, but no, guys. His sister and mother died, and he became a slave, and he was just dreaming it. So yeah, I didn't see that coming. It was super brutal, I will say already. And yeah, they were like in this boat. Now they're like living like a slave. And if you're like sick or have any problems, you kind of die. They just throw this woman out of like the boat, and she just drowned. So it is a brutal life for a slave. And yeah, this show shows how brutal it was for like a slave. I'm sure it was way worse in real life back then, but I'm sure they don't want to go too far on it, maybe. So yeah, a lot of these slaves, they're getting ready to be sold, and they have to look nice and you know look good for like for people to buy them. And Einar, or Einar tries to like escape at first, and they don't have chains on, none of them, so it was pretty easy to be escape. But he was on like unfamiliar territory. He had no idea where to go, and he was trying to hide in the forest. But you know, the forest is a very dangerous place with like very dangerous animals. And he tried to steal food, but he kind of got caught. He got caught, busted, and he got punished really bad. So that's probably why they didn't have chains on him, because you had literally nowhere to go. Yeah, he just kind of gave up because there's no point of running away, and he just accepted that he was like a slave. So yeah, there's this one buyer, and he was looking at Einar, and he was kind of mad because we found out that he was looking for Thorfinn, our homie from the first episode. I forgot his name, but yeah, he was looking for Thorfinn, who we find out he's kind of a slave now, but we don't know where he is. But eventually Einar, he gets bought by this guy who needs like a farmer boy, who he is. So he buys him, and they go to like his island, and he has like a very huge farm, and he just accepts that this is what he's going to be doing for like the rest of his life. And yeah, he was walking into like the farm, and we found a special guest in there, or we found another slave who was working in this farm, and that was Thorfinn. And we have found him, and he is a slave. So it's true that he is a slave, and he looks kind of like very dead, you know, soulless, like he has nothing to live for. So and it looks like he's gonna make him like become like a good farmer, Thorfinn is. So yeah. And yeah, guys, that is the end of the first episode. Pretty brutal. They show like the life of like a slave, and I'm sure it was way worse in real life than what they show, because they show a little bit of what it was, but I feel like it was way worse. So yeah, guys, that is the end of the first episode back, and I think they're going with like 24 episodes again with season 2. So it's gonna be a long way from this little story here, from what I'm guessing. So yeah, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.